I'm gonna unilaterally approve the budget with a couple amendments for Ward 8. We're gonna build a top golf over here.
Right off on stage. On YouTube.
Mr. Hopper, can you hear us? Yep, Mr. Hopper can hear us, so we call it to order real quick. All right, everyone, welcome to the Economic Development Committee meeting here on October 21st. It is currently 5:39 p.m. We're here at the community room at City Hall. And at this point, we will go ahead and call this meeting to order. And then we'll take roll call real quick. Ms. Lobeck.
Councilmember Ottenberg. Councilmember Dodwell. Councilmember Galani.
Here.
Councilmember Hopper.
Here.
Councilmember Hopper.
Here.
Councilmember Jaxie. Councilmember Mabry.
Here.
Councilmember McCutcheon.
Here.
Councilmember Preston.
Here.
All right, in that case, since the chair is not here today, if we do have a quorum, so that is good, and we'll need to go ahead and entertain nominations for an individual to run this meeting in the chair's stead. So are there any nominations for an individual to run this meeting?
Should we move for proposing a candidate or just have those candidates raise their hand?
In this case, it will take typically you would take nominations, and then at that point, you would vote on the nominations.
I nominate Mr. Galani.
All right, nomination, Mr. Galani. Any other nominations in the room? I see none. In this case, all in favor for Mr. Galani to run the meeting in the chair's stead, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, we'll pass it off to you, Mr. Galani.
All right, thank you, City Administrator Lee. So we've done roll call and now we'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the September 24th, 2024 meeting.
So move.
Councilmember Mabry, second by Councilmember Preston. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? All right, minutes are approved. Do we have anyone, nobody here live for public participation? Is there anybody online? Okay. No attendees online, so we'll move straight forward onto the discussion items. And for information, there's an update on business changes and other business news. Does anybody have any questions or comments or concerns related to those updates?
No.
None? Okay. That'll take us right into our ready for action item, which is the review of the 2025 budget. City Administrator Lee, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, interim Chair Galani. In this case, we just wanted to go over the economic development component of the administration budget. This does live within the larger admin budget. And what you'll see here is there's some operating expenditures that are listed, the consistent 20,000 that we've put aside for different events. Sometimes that a little bit goes towards the holiday tree lighting, the business component. There are also just typical standard operating expenditures like training and other opportunities for our individuals for econ dev training. The consultant costs also had been taken out before because the consultant that we were using back in 2022, there just hasn't been a need to hire someone on full-time or even part-time to be able to advise. And now we actually have a full-time communications and economic development manager that kind of has taken on that role. So, and that's the big difference. If you see the final budget or you see the actual for 2023 and then also 2024, you will see that it does have a pretty decent increase, and that's because we brought on an employee halfway through the year this year, and then we would be budgeting for that full-time employee in that case for the entirety of 2025. So that is the main nuts and bolts of this budget component of the budget, but more than happy to answer any questions. There aren't any.
Anybody have any questions?
You stole my thunder. That was the only thing I had that was of curiosity to me.
Yeah, so
Makes
it's,
sense.
yeah, and just to reiterate, so yeah, it's really hiring someone halfway through and then having to plan just for a full-time, which is good. We'll have that position filled for the entirety of 2025, the first since 2022, where we've actually before that even since we've
Put it
had,
away.
yeah, for a full year having that individual on staff. So it is good news in that front.
Okay. Does anybody have any, is that,
Tonight, the department would be requesting just a motion endorsing this component of the budget and then referring it to the full city council for consideration.
okay, does anybody like to make that motion? Councilmember Preston, second by Councilmember McCutcheon. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? Awesome, motion carries. So that will move forward to the council. So we're good there, which takes us then into our next item, not ready for action, which is update to the economic development guide.
Yeah, in this case, just a quick update on that is that we're currently going through our master plan process with the Planning and Parks Committee. But also with the whole city council, and P and Z will play a role in that as well. So this is a component of that master plan element, an element of the master plan update will be economic development. So it does kind of coincide at a good time to have those discussions and work it into the overall master plan update.
Perfect. Thank you for that update. And that takes us into the next item, which is miscellaneous. Does anybody have anything miscellaneous to discuss related to economic development? Can't see behind me, so you'll have to scream, Councilmember Hopper. All right, seeing none, that takes us to the next item, which is our next meeting date of November 21st, 2024 at 6 p.m. Oh, you changed the time.
It is typically at 6 in this case, but we've had the day, that's actually a Thursday, just a quick note on that.
Change the day and the time.
Veterans Day next month, really throws a wrench in the whole calendar.
Is that the week of Thanksgiving?
It is right before Thanksgiving. Oh, wait. no,
It's the week before.
Yeah, week before,
Oh.
sorry, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
all right. Well, everybody mark your calendars. That's a Thursday versus a Monday or a Tuesday, and it's at 6 instead of 5:30. It'll be dark, by the way.
Yeah, well, be
It will be.
Let's move it to 4. Anyway, all right, cool. We got that down, which takes us to our next item, which is adjournment. Does anybody, would you?
Question.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought I remembered you're asking, interim chair to make the meetings at 5:30 consistently. So I've changed that in my little Google calendar for all perpetuity the next year.
We changed planning and parks to 5:30.
Yes, exactly. But I thought I had heard, Chair Ottenberg say the same thing. And I'll be glad to say I'm making that up.
I thought the same thing as well.
So I was curious when I saw 6. I'm going, well.
Because
it's
we've
not
been doing
6:30, it's not
5:30.
We've had a couple 5:30s. We've also had some 6 o'clocks. This one's been kind of a mixed bag, but we could take, if there's a motion tonight for the 2025 calendar, that's what's listed on the approved 2024 city calendar.
Got it.
But if we want to go ahead and lock down a time, we are working on the 2025 calendar now. It would be a good time to entertain a motion, whether to go
I mean,
5:30
should
or 6.
you guys want to do that now, or do you want to wait until
I
next month when we have more people
I
here and the chair,
prefer-
actual
I
chairs?
prefer to
back?
wait.
We might wait. I think it's a good idea, but.
Yeah, I agree too. I hate
Yeah,
that.
so planning and parks got moved to 5:30?
Planning and Parks has been at
Yeah, for the
5:30.
last. 6
That was a
months.
decision made by the committee as a body too.
Oh, because it used to be at 6.
But we've been at 5:30 for a while.
It's been-
Yeah, my only objection to 5:30 is if a resident wants to come and their work schedule, it'd be hard for them to get here at 5:30. That's my objection.
Yeah, well, I mean, they can join online though. Kinda, I mean,
Maybe
the other
not.
thing too is I always think of it like this for you guys too. I mean, cause these guys are here all day and they go to so many meetings, so to try to get it done earlier to get them out of here.
But that
earlier.
gives them a break and gives them time to eat.
Who wants to eat here?
Tom doesn't eat food.
They wanna get the meeting done and go home and eat.
Center that we're trying to increase economic development on. So they should hit one of those restaurants.
All right, so we'll leave that out there then for when Chair Ottenberg and
Yeah,
Vice Chair
that's-
Donald are back.
that
We've got
seemed
a
to be-
full committee.
But the
You don't wanna
chair-
make any permanent changes without them here.
And you brought up a point that I found out something quite revolting just a week or two ago, that staff does not get overtime.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like, it's just one of those things where, I mean, considering the fact that you can attend meetings virtually, in my opinion, you could be at your office if you couldn't get off work, or you could be in the car.
Unless you're picking up kids.
Yeah, well, Yeah.
It'll be Sarah Ottenberg's fault.
yeah.
Let him decide.
Okay, well, let's move forward then. Would anybody like to make an motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Councilmember Preston, any second motion? Councilmember Mabry. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Any abstention? All right, we're done.